Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is all about crochet hacks and tricks, and I've collated a total of 10 hacks for you. And these hacks are going to make your work look more flawless. Also, everything that I'm using in the video is linked in the description box below. So without wasting more time, let's get right into the video.
Find the end of a yarn, leave around 10 inches, place the yarn on two of the fingers, wrap it around to make an X. Pass your hook from beneath the first string and grab the second string with your hook and pull it through. Remove your fingers from the loop carefully. Pull your yarn from both the sides to tighten the knot. And your slip knot is ready.
We are going to place a yarn on two of our fingers, and we are going to turn our fingers, and we are going to grab that yarn and make an X on our fingers like so. Now we'll put a hook from beneath the first strand, and we're going to grab the second strand of that X and pull it, and we're going to turn our hook. Now we'll again grab the second strand, and we are going to yarn over and pull through the loop. So here we have made the slip knot, and here is our magic circle. So when we grab the yarn and pull it through the loop, it actually makes a slip knot of our magic circle. And now we are going to make double crochets in this magic circle. So for that, we are going to chain 2, and this chain 2 is going to be counted as our first double crochet. Now we are going to make 11 such double crochets in that magic circle or in that ring. And now we see that single strand of yarn, we are just going to grab it and pull it. So this is going to, just pull together all our stitches in one circle. And this is how you create a flawless circle without any gaps or any holes in between. And now we are just going to make a slip stitch in the chain 3, like the topmost chain. So this is how your circle of double crochets should look like when you've done it around a magic ring. Now to begin with, we have taken 2 strands of yarn. We're going to place one strand below the other, and we'll make a loop like this. And now we're going to make a knot. For that, we're going to put that end in the loop, the same color yarn in the loop, and we're going to pull. So this is how we're going to make a knot. You can see we've made a knot over here, and now we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So we are going to again make a loop like we did earlier with that different color yarn, and we are going to make a knot like this. Now you can see that we have 2 knots, and now we're going to pull both the strands of that yarn so that the knots come together. Now you can see that we have a single knot over here, like both the knots have come together, and now we're going to cut the ends. Now we're going to cut both the ends very closely like that. We're going to trim it really close so that our knot doesn't have any extra yarn, and this is how our magic knot looks like. Now I've already made a row of double crochets. I have just not made that last double crochet stitch because that's where I want to show you how to do the color change. And we're going to yarn over, insert a hook in that last stitch, yarn over, pull through. We'll be left with 3 loops on a hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And now we are going to just stop here. We are not going to yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops as we would usually do, because this is where we are going to change the color. Now we're going to leave a small tail and cut the yarn like this. And now we are going to take another color and we're going to pull through both the loops with that other color. So you can see how smooth the color changes. We can barely see the pink yarn. Now we're going to chain 3 as usual for the row of our double crochets, and we're going to turn over. And now skipping that first stitch, from the second stitch we are going to make double crochets. So we are going to make a double crochet in each of the stitch. And this is how we smoothly change our color. When we want to change the color for the next row, we're just going to pull that strings tight, and you can see this is how it looks. And now I'm also going to show you how to change the color in the same row. For that we're going to make a double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, insert a hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and stop right there. Now we are going to cut the tail like this. And again I'm going to show you with the white color that how we're going to color change in that same row. We're going to pull through both the loops with the white color like this. So you can see here again we can barely see the white yarn, and we're going to continue making double crochets in the next stitches. So once I've made a couple of stitches with the white color, I'll show you how smooth the color transition is. We're just going to pull that yarn tightly, and we're going to continue making a few more double crochets so that we get a fair idea. And this is how our transition looks like in that same row. So to begin with, we're first going to make a slip knot. So once we are done making a slip knot, we are now going to chain 4. So we are going to make a foundation chainless double crochet row. For that we're going to chain 4 first. And now we are going to yarn over and insert a hook in the very first chain. And now we are going to yarn over, pull through, We'll be left with 3 loops on a hook. We are going to yarn over, pull through 1 loop first. Again, we'll be left with 3 loops on a hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. Now these are our 2 double crochets, and now we're going to continue doing this. We're going to yarn over, insert a hook in the very first chain, yarn over, pull through. We'll be left with 3 loops on a hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 1 loop, so this makes our chain. And now we yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. Again, yarn over, insert in the very first stitch, like that. Now we're going to yarn over, pull through. We'll have 3 loops on a hook. We are going to yarn over and pull through 1 loop. That's our chain. Now we'll make a double crochet by yarn over and pulling through 2 loops and 2 loops. Again, yarn over, insert the hook in the very first chain, yarn over, pull through, very carefully. Now yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. Again, yarn over, insert in the very first stitch, yarn over, pull through. We'll have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. So this is how we are going to continue making a chainless double crochet row. So for that, we are first going to find the edge of our square, and these are the 2 chains. On the edge, we are going to insert our needle in between these 2 chains like this, and we are going to pull through. Now we are going to leave a small tail to sew in the end, like that. And now we are going to do the exact same thing on our square number 2. So we are going to insert our needle in between the 2 chains on the edge. So these are the 2 chains. We are going to insert our needle in between these 2 chains, and we are going to pull through. Now again, we are going to move on to our square number 1. We can see those 2 chains, those 2 V stitches. We are going to insert our needle in between these 2 chains like this, and we are going to pull through. Again, on our square number 2, we are going to do the exact same thing. Insert our needle in between the 2 chains and pull through. So when you're inserting the needle in between these 2 chains, you might feel a little bit of friction, but that's how it is supposed to be. I often prefer using invisible stitch instead of any other joining method, as it provides us a seamless stitch. Now I'm just going to show this to you a few more times so that you get the hang of it. This is how our invisible stitch should look like. We are going to make a slip knot again. Once we are done making a slip knot, we are going to start chaining. Now, after making some chains, we are going to remove our hook from the loop and we're going to insert a hook in that very first chain that we made. And again, we're going to insert a hook in the loop and we're going to continue chaining. Now, we do this so that when we join the chain, it doesn't it becomes a nice circle and it doesn't twist. So we are going to continue making chains. Now we have made a chain long enough and now we are going to just pull through a hook from that first chain. So this makes a circle and you can see that it is not twisted. Now I've already made a row of single crochets and now in the next stitch we are going to yarn over and pull through. We'll be left with 2 loops on a hook. We are going to go in the next stitch, yarn over and pull through as well. We'll be left with 3 loops on a hook. We are going to yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So here we actually worked in 2 stitches, but we have made just 1 single crochet. Now as usual, we are going to make single crochets in the next stitch so that we can see how flawless our decrease looks. We'll just make some more. We'll just complete this row. Yeah. So you can see that we have made a decrease and you cannot even tell. This is how your decrease will look like. Here I have already made a row of double crochets. And now we're going to yarn over, go into our next stitch, yarn over, pull through. Now we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops. We'll be left with 2 loops on a hook. And now we're going to yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through. We'll be left with 4 loops on a hook. We are going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now we'll be left with 3 loops on a hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So even here as we did earlier, we worked in 2 stitches, but we only made 1 double crochet. Now as usual, we are going to make double crochets in each stitch. So even here you can see how flawless our invisible decrease looks like. This is where we have decreased. Now I'm even going to show you how to make an invisible decrease in a treble crochet row. Here I have already made a row of treble crochets. Now we are going to yarn over twice on a hook. Insert a hook in the next stitch. And we're going to yarn over and pull through. We'll be left with 4 loops on a hook. We are going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Yarn over and pull through another 2 loops. And when we are left with 2 loops on a hook, we are going to again yarn over twice. Insert a hook in the next stitch. And yarn over, pull through. We'll be left with 5 loops on a hook. We are going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through another 2 loops. Now we'll be left with 3 loops on a hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So even here you can see that we have actually worked in 2 stitches, but we have made only 1 treble crochet. Now as usual, we are going to continue making treble crochets throughout the row. And you see how flawless our decrease looks like even in the case of treble crochets. So here I have already made a row of double crochets, and now comes the edging part, the turning chain. So for that we are going to chain 1 and we're going to turn around our project. So instead of doing chain 3 and turning our project, we're going to chain 1 and turn around. Then in the first stitch we are going to make a single crochet, and now you can see there are there's a V, so there are 2 strings. So in that very first string of yarn we are going to insert a hook like that, and now we are going to yarn over and pull through. We'll be left with 2 loops on a hook. We are going to yarn over and pull through both the loops. Now this is what we will do for a double crochet row, and if you want to make a treble crochet row, we are again going to do the same thing. In the first string we're going to insert a hook. Now we're going to yarn over and pull through. We'll be left with 2 loops on a hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through both the loops. So this is what we are going to do for a treble crochet row, but here as we're just doing a double crochet row, I am going to take that stitch out and make it a double crochet. And now we are going to make a row of double crochet as usual. We'll yarn over, insert a hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through. We'll be left with 3 loops on a hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. And here on we are just going to continue making double crochets in each stitch, and we'll make our double crochet row as usual. Here you can see that I have left a good 10 inches of yarn, and I'm going to take another ball of yarn and leave equal amount, like 10 inches of that yarn as well. And now we're going to make an X like this with the yarn. Now we'll take the first string and we'll fold it into half. We'll fold the second string into half as well, and we'll create sort of a knot over there. It's not a knot, but we're going to create that loop over there. Then we'll take both the strands of yarn and we are going to crochet with both the strands of yarn. We are going to continue crocheting. So here I was making double crochets, so we're just going to normally continue crocheting with both the strands of yarn here. So this is a close-up for you. You can see that I have both the strings of yarn held in my hands and I'm crocheting with them. It can be a bit tricky, but see, that's how you actually join yarn, and you don't have anything to sew in as such. So the little part of yarn that a little string of yarn that you see is remaining, you can just cut it off. You don't have to sew in. And we will continue making double crochets or whatever our stitch is, and you can see that soon we can leave that yarn, we can leave that part of yarn, and soon we are again back to one strand and we are crocheting as usual. So this trick works well when you have thin yarn. If you have, like, it works well with medium weight yarn as well, but if you have a very thick yarn, if you're using blanket yarn or something, then this trick might not work for that. And this is how your yarn join will look like. Now you see these two small strands of yarn, you can simply cut them off, you don't need to sew them in. So that's how you join your yarn without having to sew in the ends.
Thanks for watching my video. If you do like my video, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Happy crocheting!